Hey, John here from Xpressions. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video featuring my Pandora travel bracelets. Now, this was unplanned. I wasn't planning on talking about my travel bracelets. I actually sat down to film my entire Pandora Charms collection because it's July, and every July I show you guys updated, bracelets and how much my collection has grown. But I realized I haven't really shown you these two bracelets because they've been works in progress, and I for some reason just felt like if I were to showcase my charms or like works in progress, etc., etc., you guys would be kind of surprised to see these. Again, because I haven't talked about them, I haven't showed them. Because again, I've been working on them little by little. So I thought it'd be a better idea to showcase my travel bracelets first, and then go into the, my entire charms collection, which I have to say has grown a lot. I posted a poll not too long ago on Instagram about making maybe 4 videos versus 3, so it's been encapsulated into 3 videos, but it's been ridiculous how much shopping I've been doing. So obviously I don't think the reel will do it. I asked you guys if you wanted longer videos and keep them to 3, or if you want to do 4 videos, and everyone voted for 4. I'm kind of concerned that at this point it may be a 5-part video series, which I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit, but what can you do? And first and foremost, before we actually get started into this, I also want to explain what the heck this is. This, people, ladies and gentlemen, I was cooking and I was cutting some veggies and I sliced my nail right about here, this part right there. So I decided to patch it with tea bags and crazy glue. And then I decided to put like 5,000 layers of nail polish on my nail. And of course, this is an old polish. I removed the polish since then. And the cut now is up to... Why does it keep focusing? Okay, not that you really want to see my gnarly nail, but the cut is now up here. It's grown out. So I can't really twist this way to show you guys where the cut is. Yeah, you guys can't see it. Yeah, no, you can't see it. But it has crazy glue on it too. The cut's like up here now. So it's safely made it out of the nail bed. But I kept this polish on there because I thought, well, it's kind of safeguarding it. I'm thinking of redoing it, like taking it all off and redoing it, or just filing my nails down back to, normal. Because again, it's cut. So I just want to, it's chipped, and I don't want it to just kind of, rip off. And then I actually had another chip here, so that's more crazy glue and part of a tea bag. So again, apologies in case you were wondering what the heck's going on with my nails. That's why. Let's dive into what we're here for. Okay, so initially I had my first travel, which is this one. This is my first travel bracelet I started on, but this is Europe. I'm going to put that later. We're going to talk about this travel bracelet, which I just started maybe a couple months ago. I thought it'd be kind of cool to feature... Why are you kicking me? Okay. My dog. To feature... I have 2 travel bracelets. So one is vacations or travels I've taken strictly with just my husband. We've been together for, I think, going on 16 years this September. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to why just not make a Europe one, but one featuring, travels that we've been on together, just him and I. And this is what I came up with. Now, obviously, you guys are probably wondering, well, what's with all the, we're missing some dangles here. I agree. It's not quite finished yet. I don't know how it's going to end up. I have no idea what pattern or plans this is going to go with. I just started taking charms from other bracelets to feature onto this bracelet, and I will tell you which ones those are. But to begin, let's go this way first. So I'm going to briefly talk about what each charm represents. And you know, obviously I'm starting to realize that it's becoming a little bit repetitive, so there may be some charms that may not stay on this bracelet. They're going to go back to either being orphan beads or back to the original bracelet I took these from, because I don't think I need so many charms to represent one place, if you guys know what I mean. So this charm represents pretty much every single beautiful sunset that Hawaii has to offer. Every sunset is beautiful, and I just thought this was a good representation of that. Because if you guys have gone to Hawaii, you will realize and know for sure that I'm speaking the truth here. Every sunset is pretty much spectacular. There is some writing on the bottom, and that says, all I need is a little bit of paradise. And let me tell you, I really wish I could have that right now. I'm so tired and stressed out from everyday life. I just need a break, but whatever. So there's that. We have the palm tree, which now I'm thinking is redundant because obviously we have a palm tree here. Do I really need a palm tree here? Not really. I think I bought it more of an impulse buy. I think I did feature it in a haul already, or else if not, then here it is. But again, it's to represent pretty much all the tropical places we've been to. And it's not necessarily Hawaii. We've been to Mexico as well. So this may be coming off the bracelet. Maybe. And if it is, it may be sold. I don't know yet. Because again, I have one here representing that. So do I really need two palm trees? No, I don't. The pineapple, sparkling pineapple, again, I bought this in a representation of Hawaii. You know, a symbol of hospitality. Do I really need this Hawaii charm and this one? Not really. So again, it may be removed from this bracelet. I don't know yet. This charm represents the first time I went snorkeling with my husband. I've told this story before. We were snorkeling in, I think it's called Hanauma Bay in Hawaii. I think it's Oahu. And it was amazing. It was the first time I went snorkeling. I loved it. If I could do it like once a week, I would. It's the most amazing feeling. Seeing, you know, nature underneath, the fish just, you know, flying, swimming by. Very dear, memory or moment for me. I have, like I said, I spoke about this before, where my husband noticed there was an eel swimming directly underneath me, and instead of alerting me to that fact, he just let me swim with it. And I always tease him because I was like, oh, so you let me die with the eel. The eel could have stung me or whatever, or bitten me, and you would have been okay with that. Not really, though. But he just said that his logic was, you didn't want to freak me out to the fact that there was an eel directly underneath me, and if I freaked out, then I would have freaked out the eel, and, you know, you could imagine what would have happened. But no, I don't think it was in any danger at all. Next, we come to the sea turtle. I think the first vacation there? Yeah, first trip. I wouldn't really call it a vacation. I'll explain that in a minute. First trip to Hawaii, we took a submarine ride, which was crazy. I didn't realize what I was doing or planning when I was thinking submarine. Just thinking, oh, we're going to go on a submarine, that's cool. Then you actually get into a submarine and you realize you're in a tube of metal going 1,000 feet underneath the ocean. Then you realize, what the heck was I thinking? Yeah. So on the way down to, you know, 1,000 feet underneath, we saw a sea turtle. And of course, Pandora is not going to come with a submarine charm. So in order to commemorate that, I'll stick with the sea turtle. The orchid I bought just because I wanted it. Thought it was a very beautiful charm. Love the enamel on it. Of course, it can represent Hawaii as well, but I just stuck it on here because it's tropical. I don't necessarily mean anything. It doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. So this may be removed as well because, again, we have so many Hawaii charms already that I don't think I need an orchid to represent Hawaii. So I have so many already. Do you see what I mean? The little sunshine charm, so cute. This was on my random bracelet. I kind of took a lot of the charms from my random bracelet onto this bracelet, which I kind of regret. I don't really like doing that, and I was gonna get duplicates, but I decided against it because I've bought duplicates before and sometimes I end up not using them. you know, I've been spending so much lately that it's just ridiculous. So I thought, you know what? No more duplicates. Let's just pull from other bracelets and just try it out. And I took a picture of the bracelet so I can put it back together again if I change my mind. This represents the mother of all sunburns that we received. Specifically, snorkeling. I did not wear any sunblock because I thought I could handle it, and neither did my husband, and we were burned so badly. We suffered for the last 2 days we were there. It was really bad, guys. Really, really, really bad. So that's my story for that. That's why this is on there, because it's a really funny. It's funny now, obviously, but not when it happened. But that's why I have this charm here. This one is, let me read it to you guys. It says, I want to travel the world, and then you turn it around and it says with you. And this was on my Europe travel bracelet, but that one's getting really full, I think. So I took it off and I put it here. The cool thing about this charm is that I could, you know, put it back together again to make the whole heart, or separate it like I did in this case. The little drinky drink charm here, what's it called? It says live in the sunshine. And of course we have little sunglasses, a little martini or drinky drink here, and then the little pineapple here as well. This is just for all the good times I've had with my husband, and not necessarily drinking, but you know, there's so many, I could tell you so many stories when it comes to alcohol. So many. So I thought this was kind of appropriate. When we took a cruise, we, you know, partook in several cocktails. Pretty much anywhere we go and travel, it's a little bit of cocktail time. So it's just fun times. So that's why I thought that was kind of meaningful for this bracelet. Okay, yeah, this is actually also meaningful because this is actually more of the cruise, but also the last vacation we went to Hawaii. We stayed at an amazing hotel, and I think actually it was Maui. And it was one of those swim up bars. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's like a big pool, and then you can swim to a bar. Well, my husband has never seen one before. I have, but he'd never seen one before. So, you know, he was like so tickled that he finally got to see one. So we had drinks, you know, we're in our swimsuits in the water. TV's going. We actually ended up having lunch in the pool, which is kind of cool. So this is a good memory and a good way to commemorate that little special moment as well. So now we come to Washington, D.C. Now this is one of the actual vacation trips that we took. It wasn't work related. It was strictly for vacation. Got to see all of the museums. We were so exhausted because there's walk. Saw some of the, you know, obviously the landmarks. And of course, there's nothing else I could like say about that because there's not like Pandora has Washington, D.C. centric charms. So I'll have to do with just the dangle. The vino I got a couple of years ago after Rule of Law. I got this because we do live in California. We'd never been wine tasting until maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Finally went, and it was so much fun. We went with friends. I think we went twice to the same winery. I forget. We went twice with 2 separate friends, I think. It was so much fun though. Very relaxing too. And we took several tours of wineries, which is very interesting. And of course we had some wine. It was so cool. So I thought, never really cared for the charm before, but now that I went wine tasting, it has a meaning to me now. So we ended up getting that, or I did. The Vegas poker chip. Why do I always call it a poker chip? Is it really a poker chip, or is it just called a chip? Well, you guys know what I mean. The chip, I guess I should call it. I thought it was very cute. I need to have this. It represents, I guess, part of our honeymoon. We went to Reno to honeymoon. I know it's not like, ooh, fancy. We didn't have that much money back then. So we spent about a week or 3 or 4 days in Reno. And then we drove down to Monterey and spent a couple days there. And then we spent another week at home, just chilling, just, you know, being married for the, you know, being, you know, married life, you know what I mean? So we had that. But this also represents plenty of other trips to Vegas, Tahoe. I'm trying to think, even local casinos that we can drive to, because we used to go gambling. Not gambling like, oh my gosh, we have a vice, but we would just go and play the slots, have the buffet, play bingo, and then come home. I haven't done that in a while, but this is a good representation of, I guess, like I said, those trips to Vegas. Our first anniversary, we went to Vegas for a week. So that's very meaningful for, again, trips that we've done with my husband. I say we like it's me and someone else. It's me and my husband. A little card charm, which, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was so banged up. Look at that. Oh. So much for keeping my stuff nice. Oh well. Several road trips. Very many road trips we've taken in the past. Again, for work. I wasn't working at the time, so then I tag along with him and keep him company. So good times. You know, good times going to Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Vancouver. Oh my gosh, I forget what else. So many cities. But I got to tag along, and this little card charm is a perfect representation of those many road trips. The Mexico dangle. Obviously, we had our first trip together to Mexico for his birthday, a special birthday. We took our first cruise, which is what this is here for, commemorating the cruise. And we went to Mexico. We went to Cabo, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta. Not a lot of charms representing that. So this is just kind of general, but I am trying to kind of I'm trying to come up with different charms for different places that we've been. So obviously this is for the cruise. And the sailboat, I talked about this when I pictured it in a haul. The sailboat I got because of a water taxi that we took in Cabo. Now Pandora is not going to make a water taxi charm, so I thought this was kind of the closest approximation that I could find for that. We toured the rock formations around Cabo in a little water taxi. I don't really do well on water, for example. Like I did get a little bit seasick, a little bit, not much, but a little bit. And just getting on a tiny little boat with other people, just kind of floating around. It was actually very peaceful. I loved it. It was probably one of my most favorite memories of that trip. Enjoyed myself very much. Wasn't even scared of. I'm not really scared of water. I mean, I can swim, so it's not a big deal. But you think, in your tiny little water taxi in this big ocean you're in, and of course there's other people around too doing the same thing you are, so it's like you're alone, but very relaxing. I enjoyed that part thoroughly. And about this, in representation of that same memory I just told you guys about the water, the color of the water is just so beautiful, so relaxing. I've yet to try to find a charm for Puerto Vallarta. I think I have one in mind, but it's retired, so I have to go find it. And the Mazatlan visit, I collected seashells on the seashore. That sounds funny. That's like that little, what's it called? The word thingy. Sally, what's it called? What is it? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. What is that? It's like a saying, but what is it? Oh gosh, I can't. I'll look it up and I'll put it down here somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, I want to probably include a seashell charm somewhere here to represent that part of the trip. So, again, I feel like this is kind of jumbled up. It doesn't really have rhyme or reason per se. It's just kind of all over the place. I think I need to kind of edit this down and just kind of focus on maybe one charm per location. I don't know. I feel like some of these charms are general and the other ones are very precise and specific. So I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's my bracelet. I can do whatever I want, but I kind of want it to be a little more focused. So again, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll take off the car because that's just road trips in general, not necessarily something specific, not like just one location. Yeah, I don't know. Again, and then the orchid, the palm tree, the pineapple, I may not need those after all. So if that's the case, I may let go of them or not. I don't know. Again, it's just whatever. That's why I have so many orphan beads, because then I kind of pull from them or put back whenever I change my mind. Now, unfortunately, I have no idea how long I've been going on for, and I don't know if I should continue with my European bracelet or stick with just this one for today, because I don't know how long I've been talking for. Okay guys, so I just reviewed the footage and it turns out I've been talking for about 23 minutes already, around there. I know when I edit things down, sometimes I start cutting things a little bit here and there when I have gaps of no audio. So I think I'm going to do a two-parter. So I know that you guys don't really like a huge, like, long video. So we're gonna end it here. I guess I'm going to film my European vacation trip bracelet at a later time. So for now, I'll leave you with just this craziness of a bracelet that again has no rhyme or reason yet. I don't know what I'm doing with this bracelet, but I know at least I have the charms that I need if I choose to do like just a tropical vacation or whatever. Oh, I just feel I feel really disorganized lately and mentally just kind of burnt out, which is why I probably don't really have the focus I need to actually figure out what I want to do with a bracelet. So again, this is a work in progress. I just thought I'd kind of show you guys for now how this is coming along, since I've never really talked about that, this bracelet. And in the next video, I'll be featuring my European vacation bracelet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I will talk to you guys later.